the chosen one. From now on, you'll live like a king. You may not know it yet, but everything you've been through has been a perfect preparation for this moment. The doors that closed, the chances that passed you by, and the individuals that walked away all served a greater purpose. You were not being rejected. You were being redirected toward magnificence, toward a life that reflected your royal spiritual DNA. From now on, the way you walk, talk, and think will reflect the royalty inside you. You are no longer functioning in survival mode. You're entering your ruling season. This message is not coincidental. It's heavenly affirmation that you've entered a new level of riches and favor. You've reached a point when your desires start to coincide with divine timing, and the world answers to your heart's desire. Watch this video till the conclusion and leave your best wishes. The number 777 appears in the remarks. This is your technique of releasing a tremendous frequency into the cosmos and allowing yourself to receive beyond measure. Now choose one. I like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. You have been schooled in the shadows, prepared in quiet, and polished under pressure. Kings aren't born on thrones. They're forged in flames. You have survived the fire. And now the crown is being placed on your head. You are no longer neglected. You are no longer rejected. From this moment on, you are living in accordance with your divine birthright. This bequest contains money, power, clarity, tranquility, and influence. You aren't simply surviving anymore. You're commanding. You are the ruler. You are the leader. People's attitudes about you will transform. Those who underestimated you will seek your advice. The identical circumstances in which you were rejected will begin to sense your absence as your presence becomes more selective, forceful, and royal. You're not designed to blend in. You were always supposed to stand out. You are not ordinary. You are not average. You're remarkable, the chosen one. And now your life will begin to reflect the divine truth. You're breaking free from your restrictions, the attitude of scarcity, habits of hesitancy, and fear of failure. They're disintegrating. You have outgrown the old. You have outgrown the small-minded version of yourself. Now you assume authority. You have ruler-like dreams. You talk like you know what you're saying. Carry the creative power. You behave as if you understood that blessings do not pursue monarchs. Kings attract blessings. Royalty does not pursue. It's reigning. This is more than just financial wealth. This is celestial majesty unfolding as you. You're going to live the life your forefathers envisioned. You're entering rooms they never could. You are signing paperwork that they cannot read. You're creating something they couldn't reach. All of this happened because your spirit recalled who you were. You opted to climb while others remained down. You persevered when everything in your life told you to give up. That is the spirit of a monarch. Your presence will now alter the atmospheres. Your voice will carry weight. Your vision will be appreciated. And the past will no longer define you. It will act as the basis for your throne. No more waiting for approval. You are the permission. You are the sign. You are the statement. That excellence still exists in this planet. You've had enough. You've worked long enough. You have contributed more than enough. Now is the moment to receive. Not only because you want it, you deserve it. Living as if you are royalty is not a source of pride. It's an alignment. The kingdom inside you is being awakened. Your thinking will be clearer. Your energy will get magnetized. Opportunities will begin to emerge. Not at random, but due to a change in frequency. Your aura will communicate before you do. When you enter, you will be overcome with a desire to explore space. Your donation provides a source of inspiration and healing for many individuals. You aren't only going to live like a king financially. You will live like a king in terms of confidence, decision-making, and purpose. You'll know when to say yes or no. You will quit settling. You will quit pleading. You will quit explaining. Kings do not explain their decrees. You won't be begging for a place at the table anymore. You are bringing the table with you. You're not looking for validation. You are the proof. The life of royalty has duties. You will be called upon to lead. You will be called to donate. However, unlike previously, you will provide from an excess, not from scratch. You will rule with knowledge, not with wounds. You will be inspiring, from healing, not from hustling. Your heart is being healed. Your inner world is being rejuvenated. Your eyes are opening to see how much has always worked in your favor. The chosen one. Everything that seemed to impede you was really preparing you. Those who departed were making space. The tears you shed were nourishing your future. Each unanswered prayer was not a rejection. It was a turn towards something bigger. And that greater has finally arrived. You'll start to notice indications, signs that your new life is becoming a reality rather than simply a concept. Unexpected money, divine connections, and instant insight. Doors that open effortlessly. These are all indicators of your new status. King, the previous version of you had to learn the lessons, but this version of you will experience the benefits. You've climbed mountains, gone through valleys, and weathered the storm, but now you will slumber in castles made by your effort. You are royalty not because of your birth certificate, but because of your divine design. It was always in you, and suddenly it is increasing. You are ascending. You'll realize that you no longer identify with specific individuals, locations, or routines. That is not loss. It's expanding. Kings do not reside in castles built of chaos. You are basing your world on the truth, on wisdom. Regarding intentionality, every decision you make will now have the power of someone who understands that their future is not up for argument. It is already determined. And it's brilliant. It is huge. It is regal. You were never ordinary. That explains why your trip has been everything from ordinary. You needed to learn to lead yourself before you could lead others. You had to develop patience, resilience, forgiveness, and faith. And now, all of those internal achievements are yielding exterior benefits. It isn't magic. It's a manifestation. This is heavenly alignment, meeting with heavenly timing. Your life will no longer seem like a pursuit. It will seem like a rhythm, a symphony, a beautiful dance between your will and God's. You will flow in ways that surprise even you. You'll talk, and everyone will listen. You will dream. The universe will answer. Your days of being little are past. Your time in the woods is ended. You've entered your kingdom season. From point on, wealth will be drawn to you like a magnet. Your mentality has altered. Your behaviors will reflect royalty. You'll invest differently, speak differently, move differently. You aren't striving to fit in anymore. You were born to lead, rule, and reign. And that is precisely what you are going to do. You are not just a selected one. You are the crowned one. The crown is not placed on your head by chance. It represents all you've been through as well as everything you're about to embark on. Chosen one, you will live like a king. You're entering a period in which honor will replace struggle, applause will replace desertion, and growth will replace instability. You felt the pain of being missed, but your life will now shine so brightly that no one can dispute the brilliance rising from inside you. This is not just about height. It's a heavenly differentiation. You aren't getting higher only for yourself. You're rising higher because the world needs the brightness you provide. There is something sacrosanct about the new season. You'll sense your spirit becoming more sensitive. Your thoughts are more concentrated. Your heart is more open. This is because you are no longer working under survival mode. You are working in king awareness. And with awareness comes vision. Clear, steadfast, and compelling vision is what creates empires. The kind of vision that encourages others to believe again. You are the light tower now. Don't be shocked when people start looking to you for answers. Your voice will be sought out. Your presence will draw attention, not because you want to be seen, but because the atmosphere around you has become unmistakable. That's what happens when royalty awakens within of you. Your energy changes, your priorities alter, and your reality starts to bend around the truth of who you are becoming. You will no longer endure what depletes you. You'll stop chasing what puzzles you. You won't be able to rationalize remaining in situations where you aren't honored. Kings do not live in turmoil. You'll now defend your peace with the same zeal that you previously battled for opportunity, because you've understood peace is the opportunity. Peace serves as the doorway. Peace is power. Being a king or queen does not absolve you of responsibilities. It implies you take on more responsibility, one in which you set the tone by being there, where your choices influence fate, where your life exemplifies divine order and strength. You are not merely advancing in status. You are soaring in spirit. This is a whole new world, and you are prepared for it. Prepare for new relationships. People who understand your worth, not simply your exposure. People who wish to identify with your mission rather than merely your viewpoint. These relationships are divinely arranged. You don't need to push it. They'll find you. Kings attract coalitions, and the ones approaching you now are not leeches. They are leaders. They are folks that want to contribute, not remove. You'll also notice that you're becoming more disciplined. Not because someone is watching, but because you now realize what is at risk. You're creating a legacy. You are creating a foundation for future generations. You will eat differently. Think about it differently. Rise earlier. Speak with strength. Work with wisdom. Move with clarity. Because a king creates not just for today, but also for the future. What you're carrying is too huge for tiny thoughts. It is too precious for shallow areas. That is why you are being taken from the crowd. That's why you don't connect with the same things anymore. The call on your life is significant, and the life around you must reflect this. This is why you will notice everything. Align, money, relationships, mentality, and clarity. All of this is consistent with your identity as king. You were never intended to fight indefinitely. The difficulty was just the setup. The pain was the instructor. The procedure was the preparation. But now you've graduated. And this graduation brings a wonderful relief. Doors that were previously locked are now springing open. Delays are diminishing. Stagnation is being shook out of you. You are entering the flow of heavenly royalty. Everything you need is on its way to you. You'll discover that your energy draws various outcomes. Everything will feel easier. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. You are no longer rejecting your calling. You're going with it. You no longer doubt your value. You are walking in it. You no longer question your direction. You are making a decision on it. This is the core of kinghood, accepting who you are and standing strong in it. No matter who attempts to extinguish your brightness. Let go of the past. Allow the frustrations to subside. You aren't there anymore. That version of you fulfilled its function. But you are now clad in divine robes. You are dressed in clarity, adorned with assurance, and wrapped in irresistible favor. The royalty you possess is not arrogant. It is genuine. It is spiritual. It is sacred. And because of this sincerity, your benefits will last. This is not a fleeting triumph. This is generational, gushing abundance. Because when a monarch emerges, he builds in truth. And everything based on the truth cannot be undermined. You are positioned such that nothing and no one can prevent you from obtaining what you want. These relationships are amazing. The time is great. The resources have already been allocated to your name. Your territory is increasing. You're becoming more noticeable, magnetic, and memorable. Because monarchs are not simply created, they are shown. Your royalty will be revealed in unexpected ways on a daily basis. Breakthroughs in situations where you felt stuck. Ideas that strike your soul with heavenly clarity. Relationships that help you achieve your goals faster. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Confirmations that you are where you are supposed to be. That you are who you are supposed to be. And that you're heading somewhere only a select few can go. This is the age in which you learn to lead your life with vision. Where you stop responding to the outside and start creating from your own inner reality. Kings are makers. You will bring peace where there was war. You will generate prosperity. Where there was difficulty, you will generate beauty. Where there was anguish, that is the strength of your identity. You will cease apologizing for your shine. You will no longer shrink for others' comfort. You will cease darkening your destiny for those who cannot bear your brightness. Because you now realize that monarchy does not deal with insecurity. It soars above it. It outgrows it. And this is precisely what you're doing. No more self-doubt, people-pleasing, or second-guessing. The call to your life. You were picked. You are crowned. You are royal. And from now on, everything in your life will reflect this reality. From talks to partnerships, choices to announcements, vision boards to money accounts. From your mentality to your moments of calm. Everything is moving. It's all rising. You will not become a king or queen. You already are. And now you're just living it out. The chosen one. Your palace is not a location. It is a position. A position of merit. A position of authority. A stance of heavenly grace. That's what you're walking into now. You stroll in with your head held high, spirit aligned, and energy magnetic. You're the signal. You are an example. You are the personification of heavenly royalty manifested. The trip ahead will not be without its challenges. However, you are now dealing with it in a new way. You approach it with knowledge, judgment, and spiritual authority. Because kings do not panic. The king's strategy. Kings do not crumble. Kings create. Kings do not follow chaos. They impose order. You're ready. You've been ready for this. It is already in action. Everything is coming together to respect the reality of who you are. So walk like a king. Speak like a king. Live like a king. Most essential, believe like a king. Because from now on, it is who you are. Everything about you is changing. You can sense it even if you can't properly articulate it. It's as if a deeper force has awoken inside you. Your voice sounds more confident, and your course seems more deliberate. Even your quiet has weight. This is not your imagination. This is your reality, catching up with your heavenly essence. You are no longer who you were, and you will not return. You have outgrown the old tale. You've outgrown excuses, fear, and hesitation. You've reached a place where kings live, a place where certainty thrives. You do not need permission to live this way. The authority is already within of you. You were born with it. It was etched into your soul before you ever breathed your first breath. And now that authority is growing. You're remembering what it's like to walk in divine dominion, to go through life knowing you were selected not just to see greatness, but to live, breathe, and become it. Your eyes are now stronger, and your stance has more force. You've recognized that the true war was never outside of yourself. Within that instant, you beat the falsehoods in your own mind. Everything started to alter. You've stopped fleeing from yourself. You began respecting yourself. You stopped questioning the route. You began embracing the crown. Because of that choice, your life now attracts everything that reflects your inner majesty. There is a rhythm developing around your life. A flow, a heavenly rhythm that cannot be interrupted by external noise. You've grown too focused to be distracted and too disciplined to be derailed. You now understand that not every invitation equals an opportunity. Not every viewpoint merits a response. Not everyone has access to your place. You are guarding your energy like a monarch defends his domain.